There we go. Right. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Dragon Age. Oh, now we're live. Welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition. We've got... oh. We're picking up where we left off. We're going down, down, down into the depths of the deep roads in the descent to figure out what is causing these collapses of mines, whatever this might be. Possibly, most seems to be some kind of talk of a legend of what the dwarves call titans. So we might discover some things about that. We might discover some more darkspawn because, of course, we will. It's the deep roads, and who knows what else. So it might also be more, yet more, engineering. And if I recall, one heck of a boss fight. So, all that to look forward to tonight. Anyway, welcome back. Otherwise, let's get into it. Let's see what
Stone met, Inquisitor.
Ren has to say. No, we already talked about all this, I think.
Thanks for your time.
Yeah, let's see what Volta, if she has anything new.
These tomes were pristine before the deep roads. Shaper Seabor's going to kill me. You seem quite excited by the idea that these titans may exist. My connection to the stone allows me to hear it, but I can only listen. Titans can sing through the stone. It is extraordinary. We call ourselves children of the stone. What does that make the titans?
It's not really clear to me, and I will say this is never made clear to me, even in terms of even after this DLC with all of the lore that it drops. It's never quite clear to me whether the Titans are the stone, or what the dwarves are referring to by the stone, or if it is some manifestation of the earth, or what, or if they are kin to dwarves in another way, more like brothers than like parents, let's say. Never been quite clear. I'm willing to speculate as we go further, and I welcome yours as well. But it's all very interesting dwarven lore, which, quite honestly, is otherwise extraordinarily missing in Dragon Age Inquisition. Inquisition, aside from this quest, and a little bit in the Hissing Wastes that you can quite literally skip entirely. Those are the only things that involve the dwarves directly at all in Inquisition. There was a whole quest line about them in Origins. In 2, you go to the deep roads to find the major plot device, the red Delirium idol for the entire game. The whole thing is about going down, finding this ancient dwarven thaig with lost treasure and all of that. Whereas in this one, the dwarves are really an afterthought. The humans are incredibly involved between the Empire of Orlais, the Kingdom of Ferelden, the Mages, the Templars, both mostly human, the Chantry, the Inquisition, all of which are human organizations. Then you have the Elves, who are incredibly significant. We find out more of that as the game goes on, really in sort of Act 3. The Elves become incredibly important. We've already gotten a little bit of that with the Alluvians, that Morrigan is talking about and going through and all that. Then even the Qunari are sort of a big deal. They're sort of an outside factor that are observing things, and you do wind up getting involved with them a good deal, through Iron Bull primarily. But then, the dwarves are, well, I mean, also, the Qunari are a huge deal in another of the DLCs, but the dwarves are it's really just this, and like I said, a couple of minor side quests, exploration quests even, in the Hissing Wastes. So this is all the dwarf stuff we really get. So let's savor it, shall we?
What's life like in Orzammar? I haven't lived in Orzammar for 3 years, but I receive updates. Is there anything in particular you'd like to know?
I will say though, dwarves are Dwarves are kind of the least interesting race in Dragon Age for me, like they are in most fantasy series. Most fantasy settings, dwarves are the least interesting race. They're the least interesting major race in Tolkien's Legendarium. Men and elves are just so much more interesting to me than dwarves. Even the machinations of evil are fascinating to see, like Sauron and Melkor and such. Even the affairs of hobbits. I love the affairs of hobbits. The whole concerning hobbits, that whole aesthetic is just. If everybody says that, I would in Tolkien's world, I see myself as a man or as a dwarf or as an elf or as a hobbit. I see myself as an elf who likes hobbits. What's his name? What is his name? Gildor. And his group, the group of hobbits, or the group of elves that live in the forests around the Shire, and just kind of once in a while interact with hobbits in passing. In the book, Frodo and Sam meet up with them, I think before they even meet up with Merry and Pippin. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's before they meet up with Merry and Pippin. It's when they're on their way to Buckleberry Ferry to get to Tuckborough. But anyway, dwarves are even there are kind of less interesting to me, and in here as well. Really, I'm interested in the Qunari because I despise their culture so much. The elves are interesting as displaced people, and their old lore is so innately tied to the world. And humans, I'm fascinated by human society, and especially the development of the chantry and the religious ritual and structure and all that is really well crafted. Dwarves are just, dwarves. They're underground people. They've got some cool quirks, like they refuse to see the sky, stuff like that. They don't dream, all these sorts of things, which again is a little bit lifted from Tolkien, being that the other races in Tolkien are children of Iluvatar, whereas dwarves are creations of Aule given life by Iluvatar. Indirect process. So I'm pretty sure that's why dwarves are like they're children of the stone. They don't dream, that sort of thing. But in any case, it's like I said, they're kind of the least interesting to me, at least. I can see why people are fascinated by them, but just dwarves still aren't my thing. I'd say as I go with this.
There have been riots due to food shortages, but they will pass, I hope.
Great.
No doubt some Deshers will try to use the situation for their own gain. But the king has a good hold over the assembly. What are Deshers? Members of the assembly, all noble born. Through the assembly, they govern Orzammar. The king presides over them.
Okay. Feudal lords, basically.
A dwarf's caste seems to dictate their entire life in Orzammar. I could bore you for hours about our society's castes and the tensions that go along with them. Simply put, citizens of Orzammar are born into a caste, and that is their lot in life. A member of the Smith caste can never join the warrior caste, and vice versa. Everything is predetermined. There's no way for someone to change castes. It is possible for a member of the lower caste to marry above their station, but only their children's caste will improve. Similarly, when dwarves are made casteless, so are their descendants. Do you miss living there? I do sometimes. Particularly the easy access to a warm bath and clean clothes. But the importance of my work outweighs the comforts of the city. That's enough about Orzammar. Of course. Thanks for the insight, Shaper.
They do also take that role of the rigid caste society, but that's also duplicated in a sense, at least. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. That's duplicated to some degree, even in the Qunari. The Qunari are a very rigid caste-based society, but they are, they're more communistic about it. They're more about an overemphasis on artificial social equality. They're fantasy commies, basically, is what I'm saying. Atheist commies, I'll add. Ooh. That is an abyss. Man. This makes me want to run an Underdark. Not a whole campaign, because that would be oppressive, but like a quest into the Underdark.
What was that?
What was what?
Something moved. There. Light a torch.
So I can see us coming? Just stay close.
Alright, Snake. I'm seeing eyes. Oh, this is so creepy. Eileen says, face I've not seen in Dragon Age for a hot minute. Howdy. Oh, there's the eyes. Oh, that's so spooky. They're moving.
Nothing's stopping us from going back up.
Oh, there's more
We're
eyes.
not going back up.
Just a suggestion.
We've gone past the deep roads. How can you tell? It's pitch black. I can feel it.
King of the Nugs? Perhaps. I never actually wound up going back and finding the Nug King statue. A bit disappointed, but... hello. I at least have the flaming dagger to light the way, just slightly. On that shield. The quest. Yeah, I don't remember where it is to find it. I may need to go back up.
Show yourselves!
Ren!
Oh, the Golden Nug statue. Okay. Is there deep roads? I just got here, so I'm not sure where you are either.
No!
We just went down into the Endless Abyss, beneath the deep roads. With these things. Oh, Jesus. Oh, they're so spongy. I will say this is so much easier as a dual daggers rogue than it ever was as a mage. Like, hands down. Just purely because damage output is so much higher. There we go. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. Oof. That wound went through him. That's good. Eric says, I can hear you complaining now. Who put guns in my medieval fantasy? Yeah, yeah. I assume they're not like black powder weapons, so it bothers me a little bit less.
Better. Ren never wanted this life. He was a cobbler, a good one.
Oh.
He joined the Legion to pay his father's debts. It kept his mother and brother from losing their caste. The poor and desperate here often sacrifice themselves for their family's future.
Eileen says sounds like something my husband would say too. Yeah, I don't except for very rare exceptions. And I will say this is a rare exception, so it's kind of alright. I'm not a big fan of guns, especially like black powder firearms in my in my high fantasy. Even though I as an historian I'm aware that if you have rapiers in your setting, the rapier developed after the matchlock. So, can't really. There's no reason to have one without the other. But I don't know. It doesn't feel right. Doesn't feel right. Okay. If you're in the world of, yeah, I know. If you're in the world of full plate harnesses and even proper like English longswords, you're gonna also have basic firearms. I know that, but like I don't like it. I don't like it. Eileen says I can tolerate firework type things in Dragon Age. To me, that's okay. That's true because most of it's lyrium infused anyway, so it's magic explosions. With the exception of Qunari blast powder, which everybody's after, which is basically just literally just gunpowder, literally gunpowder. And it's just the Qunari. And as I've stated, I don't like them anyway, so my prejudices against the Qunari line up perfectly with my prejudices against gunpowder in medieval settings. So we're kind of okay there. I don't like them socially. I think their society is interesting. It's a really interesting world building thing. I think they're well written. It's just I don't like them, like ethically speaking. Yeah, I think that these, on the other hand, are more like what? Automatic repeating torsion crossbows or something? They're clockwork-like kind of things rather than firearm kind of things. Which, they're only a bit more sophisticated than Bianca. They're definitely more sophisticated than Bianca, but they're not excessively more sophisticated than Bianca. So it's a step ahead of the tech of the game, but not excessively. Now, I will say it's incredibly strange that a completely isolated society like this has developed such advanced technology. You usually find that, historically speaking, like real world historically speaking, and this gives some verisimilitude to world building, to fictional world building, is that you will find that isolated societies develop technology idiosyncratically along their own lines, but not nearly as quickly as more interconnected societies where people can exchange not only materials but also ideas. Where you see places that are hubs of trade being the most technologically advanced, which is why you see technological advancements especially in like places like Renaissance Italy, why you see technological advancements primarily through in like port cities, things like that. And that more isolated places tend to technologically stagnate or again develop idiosyncrasies. Colleen says, I'm guessing you're excited for the Dragon Age Dreadwolf announcement. Yes, oh man, I was expecting it. I was totally expecting it to be something Dreadwolf related. That narrows things down a little bit as to the plot, as to what to expect. But I've also been seeing people like speculate to a hilarious degree. What was it? Oh my gosh. Someone figured out that Dreadwolf is an anagram for something. Like if you rearrange the letters, it says something else of significance. And I'm just like, what is wrong with you? Why would it be something else of significance? Dreadwolf is already a thing of extreme significance. Why would it just not be Dreadwolf? Why does it need to be an anagram? One of my favorite parts about like game announcements or sequel announcements is wild, rampant, pants on head, insane fan speculation. It's so fun to watch. Now I don't. Now that could have been a joke. That could have been made as a joke. But I'm honestly not sure, and I know some people were taking it seriously. So man, I don't know. I'm looking forward to more endless speculation until we actually get the game out. And who knows? If it does actually wind up coming out next year or so, which is unlikely, but that's been some of what I've been hearing. Sometime in 2024, or that's not next year, is it? Was it 2024 or 2023? I don't know. We'll see. I'll be almost certainly done with this playthrough by then. There might be a gap in between. I might do something else in between. But I do want to eventually play Dreadwolf on this channel as well, once it's out eventually. Eileen says it's fun to speculate and wonder what's going to be in the next game. Absolutely. I'm guessing the Dreadwolf is in the next game. I'm pretty sure. Watch him not be. Like, watch him literally not be in the game at all. That would be, like, honestly, that would be really bold, and I'd kind of like to see it happen. Like, he's not in the game even slightly. It's just his organization, the organization of whatever they're called, this elven organization would be the thing that's going on in Thedas, even though the Red Wolf himself never actually shows up. That'd be neat. That'd be really interesting.
Wren was a good man. We'll honor his sacrifice.
He always seemed indestructible.
The armor on these warriors. There's lyrium woven directly into the metal, and it's bonded to their skin. Impossible to remove, but I know what we'd find underneath. These are dwarves. Wren was killed by our own kind. All it took was a single strike. Wren never had a chance.
The bolt was glowing. Their weapons could also have been infused with lyrium. I won't leave Wren like this. We must return him to the stone. Thrust Tonsha, Saroka. I'll see this through, Wren. I promise.
Anything standing between us and the Titan will regret it.
I'll take some of these daggers. Those deep stalkers, or is that more of the dwarves? Eee. So, while I'm fighting and creeping through the very, very spooky tunnels, what are you thinking? Is it as obvious as the next step is going after the Dread Wolf and his organization, or are we just sticking to one plot point finally, or are we actually, or do you think they're going to involve the Kunari? Do you think they're going to involve another Blight? What do you think? Whatever that is. Ow. Okay. Oh, a cog. All right. Gear, whatever. Okay. Ah. That's not nearly enough. We need a lot more gears. I'm spooky shadowy instead of see-through invisible. Weird. Am I full of gold yet? No. I still have, Oh, not leveled up enough for that yet. Level I will be, but still. Book. Commander Othon told us to move out. He didn't give details, only that there'd been attacks north of Kadhalash, and the Crown was sending reinforcements. Father grabbed our axes and we were off. I was a boy then, puffed up from a few victories and the provings. I didn't know what was going to be taken from me, but I would find out. The journey to Kadhalash was long and tiresome. Bored warriors make for poor drunks at camp. Father and I kept to ourselves, though I admit I longed to lose myself in a pint of ale, if only to have something to do other than sharpen my axe. From the Chronicles of a Forgotten War. Author unknown. There was a war among the dwarves down here beneath the deep roads at a time when there was such a thing as the Proving, which we know is still a cultural tradition.
Memories in Orzammar, but ancient, very ancient. The words seem based in Dwarven, but I barely recognize this dialect.
Can you translate any of it?
Only fragments. The language is very different from what we speak today. This
Traditions
word
are very
keeps
similar,
appearing.
though. Again, fascinating.
Shah Brital. I believe it means revered defenders.
That's a long time. How long exactly? We don't know.
That's quite a long stewardship.
They attacked us because they're protecting something. Satanal. Satanal. Cut our tongues. Entomb our bodies. Watch over the Titan until it stirs. So the warriors who attacked us must be the Shabratal, and they're protecting a Titan.
Are you all right, Voltaire?
I can hear Ren's objections. Let's keep moving. If more of these memories exist, they may have the answers we need.
This actually brings up another point that people have been, I know, speculating about for some time. The question of whether the Titans are going to come into play and be relevant in the next Dragon Age, the Dreadwolf. Because I know there was some speculation, at least, that the Titans would be relevant. That something like there was a blighted Titan, a red Lyrium Titan. Because Lyrium is alive, and that's the only, because, well, we know Lyrium is alive because only living things can be affected by the blight, and yet Lyrium can be affected by the blight. The red Lyrium. That's what red Lyrium is. It's blighted Lyrium. We know that the blight only affects living things. In that case, is it possible that there is a red Lyrium blighted Titan? And if so, what are we going to do about that? Is that going to be one of the plot points in the next game? What's going on here? There we go. Alright, let's find all of these gears. Like, I don't know exactly how it would fit in with where the story seems to be going, but from a lot of the concept art, at least, a lot of the released images, and the released scenes and things like that, the environments, there does seem to be red lyrium just sort of growing out of the ground, which seems to me like it would only really be happening if it were growing from something beneath, like a titan. And if that's the case, it would be altering, blighting vast swaths of the environment of the world. Which I'm reminded of. Where is it? Not the Hissing Wastes. The Western Approach. The Western Approach has these massive areas of blight, of this just black, ashy destruction. Blight. What more can I say? Am I going the right way or the wrong way? I'd like to go the wrong way first. Did I miss anything? No, this is the only way through. Okay.
Strange on the other side. I can feel it.
My guess is another earthquake that hits when we're halfway across the bridge.
Watch your step.
Thanks, Varric. You kind of, I bet you just jinxed us. Well, there's where we crossed before. In any case, the related point, though. Well, not an earthquake, but close enough.
It wasn't a quake. Someone sabotaged the bridge, and we don't have time to fix it. There.
No way. Of course we don't.
We can reach it if we're
That was
careful.
ridiculous. Completely exploded. It was very precisely set demolition charges. Anyway, as I was saying, I'm reminded as well of the Anderfels, which we're told are even more blighted. That's where the first blight took place, and which was the longest. Was it the first blight or the second blight? Whatever it was the longest and the most destructive. That's where the Grey Wardens are headquartered. And it is a complete land of blight. Which basically just means death. It doesn't mean that things are red, like red lyrium growths. So that'd be interesting to see a different way of the blight forming in an environment. The day after leaving Katalash, we noticed a change. The deep roads were practically abandoned. Torches would suddenly go out, leaving us to stumble through the dark, trip over discarded caravans. Then came the attacks, hard and fast. Father was one of the first. We heard breathing, slow and heavy, from a creature much larger than us. Father held out his arm and grabbed the front of my armor to make me stop. I saw its shadow move darker than darkness, and my body jerked forward. It left Father's arm hanging, still grasping my chest plate. Something ate him? The dark? That's great. At least this part is relatively linear.
Look there. More ancient carvings.
Ooh.
Aye,
Memories.
but these seem to be about the Titan. It shapes the stone. It is the stone. It sculpts the world within and without.
Wouldn't something that can sculpt the world have to be rather enormous?
It is called a Titan.
Okay, fair enough.
So it's a shaper of the stone, like you.
This implies that the Titans are actually sculptors, and our world is their clay.
If Titans shaped the stone, could they have actually created it?
The stone must have existed first.
Then the Titans would be the very first children of the stone.
That would have huge implications for my people.
If Titans can purposely reshape the world, the earthquakes could be the way they sculpt the stone.
But the quakes are destructive. Titans would mold the world, not smash it to pieces.
Depending on your
How do
perspective,
you know that?
change can be violent.
But if this is true, how could it be missing from the memories of Orzammar? Why would someone erase such an integral part of our history?
Let's answer that after we stop the earthquakes.
The rhythm is louder than ever.
I mean,
We're close.
speculating wildly with what we know now, it could have been erased for religious reasons. The personification of the stone
I just
could be
became
seen
the
as a
most
problem.
popular dwarf in the Merchants Guild.
Delirium veins, and they're completely untapped.
The Saarebas must mine lyrium somewhere. Their weapons and armor are laced with it.
Unless they found another way to harness it.
I assume we shouldn't touch this. It's the thought. Gosh. Okay. There's an ocean down there. Hear that? I love that. Hum of Delirium. I don't need it.
I see no evidence of darkspawn here.
Maybe they know better than to come down this far.
Let's just be grateful.
But there must be a reason they avoid this place.
The Saarebas. Just a guess. Not one of them. We're about to get into a big fight here. Yeah, we are. I hear it. Okay. Oh, shit. Almost fell off a cliff there. That's not good. There we go. Wasn't so bad. Man, that is so much easier as a rogue. Anyway, I was saying, I believe I was saying at least, just what we should go the other way first. But it also, so I was saying that it could have been something like religious reasons, not wanting to, say, personify the stone, something like that. Because again, if you say that the Titans are the formers of the stone, or those that shape the stone, or something like that, then really what you wind up doing is you make it into an object of worship, which the dwarves seem to resent that sort of thing. They don't want the stone to be worshipped; they want it to be revered, respected, but not worshipped per se. If you personify it, then that opens it up to worship.
Aren't deep stalkers. What do they eat to survive?
Probably best not to think about that too much.
Let's, can't reach them, can I? Can I? Can I do this? Yeah, maybe. Yep. Reach him. Okay. Anyway. Another reason, I suppose, could be political. This knowledge of the Titans could have been something that was either discovered by someone who was to be forgotten, perhaps something like that. Could also be, more nefariously, could have been that when it was discovered, whoever discovered it, or whoever, whoever recorded the history of it, found that it would be far too contentious. Because again, if there is a near unlimited source of Delirium like this, that could lead to extremely dangerous expeditions, and ultimately could lead to warfare among dwarves. Dwarves are not exactly, I wouldn't say peace-loving people, but they don't exactly relish conflict between themselves. And so, we also might even say something to go a bit further, that it might have been something like conservationist. Right? So if this is both a living creature and potentially a resource, then some dwarves may have wanted the information destroyed, knowledge of this place eliminated, so that people didn't come down here mining the Titan. Is my game audio too loud with all the hack and slashing? Somebody let me know. I keep getting the feeling that it is, and that it's far louder than my voice, but whenever I look over, it's not. It's in the nice range. I don't know. It's too loud, somebody tell me. Good, another gear. Oh, jeez. Sure, I'll take those sorts of things. Probably going to wind up selling them, but I'll take them anyway. Just in case. It's one of those weird sounds again. Again, that weird sound that I cannot place what the heck it is, either. Need more potions. The Scaled Ones. Can't remember who came up with the name, but it stuck. Drogue had been lighting a torch when one attacked. We finally caught a glimpse of something other than shadows. In the flame's light, we saw a man's body like those of the Imperium humans, but covered in scales. It wore armor, and even had a dagger hanging from its hip. Its jaws wrapped around Doge's face, and twisted. The crunch of his neck breaking seemed to echo down the deep roads. The torch fell from his hands, and we lashed out. I swung my axe with all my might, but it bounced off the Scaled One's armor, the impact ricocheting at my arms. It let out a roar, then more attacked. From the light of the fallen torch, I guessed there was a score of them, all wearing armor and carrying weapons as sharp as their teeth and talons. The one that killed Drogue barked orders I didn't understand. I kept swinging. Othon, the best of us, made the first kill by splitting a Scaled One's head open. There was a strange silence, as if after an upset at the proving grounds, it had hit me that the beasts were not used to seeing one of their own die. Drogue's killer growled and stamped out the torch. The Scaled Ones retreated into darkness. If I'm not mistaken, this is the only, close enough to the only, mention of the scaled ones. Some kind of 5th intelligent species. What is that? Who is that running? Am I missing someone? Who's that running? I'll see that, right? I'm not going crazy. I'm not missing anyone. One of the Shabertal just going on a run? I don't know. Jeez. Anyway. Again, more stuff that expands the lore, more that we can look to and mine more later. I do love
Words are carved into the stone. Only those who believe may cross. Subtle.
Is this one of those Indiana Jones things where you just gotta walk? I want to try it. Let's go. Ah! Okay, death works. Only those who believe may cross.
Words are carved into the stone. Only those who believe may cross. Subtle.
Like, there's something across there. Oh, there it is. Okay, it just didn't work the first time, I guess.
Glad that worked. The alternative would have been messy.
It was, in fact, messy. What is... Oh. Oh my.
An altar for offerings?
What did I just place? Cheese! King of the Nugs? What the heck am I seeing?
Well, shit.
Are you putting me on trial?
Squeaks regally.
I'm feeling very judged.
A hot debate among Nug admirers is whether the king in Paragon Ebron's songs was royalty of some kind, or merely an especially magnificent specimen of the breed. Every year, scholars, bards, and rodent enthusiasts bring offerings of cheese to the deep roads, hoping for a glimpse of the Nug king who remains elusive. Not elusive anymore. I have given the gift of cheese to the Nug king. And now all of the Nugs are gone. I wonder what would have happened if I had attacked the Nugs. Like the non-monarchical ones. If I had just attacked them. And done what adventurers usually do, which is start swinging blades wildly whenever one sees a Nug. Like, would the king have not showed up? Would it have been angry? I suppose he would have been angry at me? Or... Well. Glad I went that way. Anyway, I am not completely certain, but fairly certain I've never actually done that before. I've never actually found that. What'd you do, Varric? Did he just, like, randomly fall from a great height? What kind of dwarf are you? Oh, gosh. Alright. That was phenomenal. My offering was judged, and I was found, I suppose, unworthy. It squeaked disapprovingly at me, after all. Sounds like I was unworthy of its nuggy goodness. Oh my god. Oh, hey, this is where I came in. No, it's not. No, it's not. Not where I came in. That's where I came in. Here, look, Delirium mine. It's ancient, though. Yeah, this is right where I came in. Why didn't I see that when I came in? See the spot. Yeah, this is where I came in. Okay, never mind. Let's go back down. Okay. Yeah, I'm glad I went that way. I'm very glad that I went that way and found the glorious Nug King. Leveled. I need to level up. Not yet. Ow. Got him. That was, that was way easier than it ever is. Oh, there you are. I should have just let this guy be, but I'm not going to do that. You're hoping to see someone else play that part of the game? Yeah, I don't think I ever have before. I'm glad to have. I'm glad I finally found the stupid thing. I'm going to fall to my death. I'm going to fall to my death. Nope. Alright, I'm just gonna go fall and die. There we go! Okay, cool. That was great. There. Good. Jesus. Okay, cool. Okay, let's get out of here. Before we all keep falling to our deaths. Anyway, barrier.
They built this to stop us. There must be some way to get through.
Like recently? Again, this is incredibly sophisticated. Explosives, maybe. Maybe I can plead with the Nug King. Oh. That works.
Titans. There may
nothing
be
more.
barrels
Okay.
ahead.
Alright, nothing more for now. Let's keep on moving. I have to get up there. Let me forget, I need to go up. Okay.
You said we're beneath the deep roads. Do you think anyone besides the Chambretol has traveled down here?
We are very likely the first to travel this far.
I mean, we're apparently not exactly the first, because there are these accounts of ancient dwarves at war with the Scaled Ones. So, presumably that means that there were people here at some point in the distant past, however distant. It seems like that was an incredibly distant past, because it's referring to the Imperium humans, as in the Tevinters.
Interesting.
Other expedition. Alright. A couple more things that we will do the next time we get to a fast travel point. Okay, we got an Earthshaker. Nice. And I get up there yet? No, it's around there. Okay. Right. There's another one. Another two.
That was the most powerful tremor yet.
Did you hear the same rhythm?
It's getting faster, harsh, like something breathing.
So I'm not actually clear on this. Are they causing the earthquakes and it's not the Titan? No, Kylene, you didn't really. I don't think so. I am thinking of playing Kingdom Come Deliverance either after this or after KOTOR 1 and 2, whichever ends first. I'm not sure which. We'll see what happens. But that is probably next on the list to play on this channel. Oh, we only have 2 potions left. That's gonna be rough. That's rough. Okay. My companions are gonna start dropping like flies. By companions, I mean specifically Varric and Vivienne. Because Blackwall and I just don't die the amount of guard we generate. Ooh, weird zappy. But no, Kylene, you did not tell me about, I don't think you've told me anything about Kingdom Come Deliverance. Let's see. What are we going for? So, let me see. Trigger your mark when you're ready and watch them fall from injuries they never even noticed. Manually trigger the mark early for bonus damage. Mark your enemy. Every hit adds part of its power to the mark's damage. Okay. So it stores damage for 8 seconds. You trigger it early and it does more. Or it lasts longer, but can't be manually triggered. Or does less damage when it expires, but much more if you detonate it early. I almost never remembered to trigger it early. Ooh, nice. Elaine says, hubby and I got it on sale with all the DLC for $10. Loved it. I finished it. Very cool. I think I got it on sale with the DLC. It wasn't $10 though. It was something like 20 or so. Somewhere in there. Elevation. When am I going to fire from elevation? any of these that I can actually make use of? Any of these give me passives? None of these give me passives. But these give me passives. Yeah, let's not do poison. Yeah, this thing, if I do this, I'm pretty much done collecting active abilities. Now I'm just starting to go down here to go to passives like these. Yes. Throwing blades, huh? It's actually kind of cool. Anyway. Alright. Yeah. Oh, true. So snag it when it's on sale before the second one's released and the price goes back up. Yeah, if anybody, I have had it very highly recommended by a lot of people. So it's definitely on the list to play on this channel.
We're both children of the stone. Please stop.
So it's definitely on the list to play. It's just a matter of probably after Inquisition or after KOTOR 1 and 2. I have vaguely thought, although I don't know about this. Let me think. I have vaguely thought about after finishing Knights of the Old Republic 2, which I'm doing on Mondays. Well, I'm doing Knights of the Old Republic 1 now, but after I finish that, I'm going to Knights of the Old Republic 2, obviously. Then I have thought about playing through one of the story arcs in the Old Republic, SOTOR, the MMO, because it's basically designed as a single player, as like 8 single player RPGs with some MMO elements to it. I don't know if I'm going to do that. Maybe not right away. I'd like to maybe come back to try and do that at some point. It'd be pretty cool. Oh, I need to go over there because I haven't yet. Wait, how haven't I? How did I not go over there? Oh, you've never heard of it? Wow. Colleen says, never heard of it. I'd never heard of it. I found it by accident looking through YouTube for new games. Yeah, I've had it very highly recommended by a lot of people. I love medieval history. I've studied it both, personally and professionally. Medieval European history. And so it is, from everything I've heard, one of the most historically accurate games that I've ever heard of. Without it being overly restricted by sort of slavish devotion to historical accuracy, because that can be a danger. Really, that can be a danger for some things. Like, it doesn't prioritize accuracy over gameplay. It never sacrifices gameplay for accuracy, but it does a very good job at achieving both, from everything I've ever heard. So I'm really looking forward to playing it. I almost said reading it. I'm used to historical fiction being in novel form. There. Let's do that. These guys are beefy. Incredibly beefy. Our bodies screamed for rest, but Othan pushed forward. Now that he'd seen the enemy, our commander wanted to use the Scaled One's tactics against them. On the offensive, he left guards with the wounded and led the rest of the company to scout ahead where the Scaled Ones were hiding. After marching in darkness for days, we finally saw an amber light flickering in the distance. Othon signaled everyone to hold, and waved me forward with him. We proceeded slowly, wary of possible guards. Othon nodded toward an overlook, climbed with bated breath, terrified that the Scaled Ones would hear the echo of my boots scraping against the stone. I felt little relief when we reached the top. So Kylene says, I felt like a naughty child playing the whole game. Guilt trip overload. It's impossible to finish all the game content and be 100% moral. Oh, I see. Okay, I see. And I think that's part of it too. Is really part of the interesting, the most interesting part of the game, in my view, is that it doesn't try to. It doesn't try and whitewash anything from a historical perspective. It acknowledges that people at the time were like people today, like us. That while there were different cultural expectations and norms and all of that, that doesn't mean that people were any better at following them than they are today. Sure, there were probably more higher standards for ethics in general in society. With some exceptions, there are obviously certain higher standards among certain things now as well. But I'd say overall there was probably a higher standard for ethics throughout sort of medieval Christendom. However, just like people today are really bad at being good, sum total, all told, right?
The bodies are still warm.
Ooh.
Whoever's doing this can't be far.
Yeah, just because there were higher standards, at least by social, imposed by society, that sort of thing, does not mean people were all that better at living up to them. And so I really like that the game has a more, I guess you'd say a realistic outlook on
You're behind the rituals.
On human nature, let's say. Human fallibility. Fallenness. That's quite the fight. And it says, want to eat? Poaching is illegal. No money? Too bad. Can't steal. Go to jail. Lost everything. Family home? Too bad. Beg. Good luck. Man. Yeah. Brutal. Sacrificial cup. Those stains don't look like moss wine. Moss wine. Ew. I mean, I know there's the common little lore bit of like mushroom ale, which I have no right idea whatsoever whether that would actually work. Like, would that work? Could you make ale out of mushrooms? Would they ferment? I mean, further point, could you make wine out of moss? That doesn't seem possible. But I guess I don't see why not, really. Oh, jeez. This guard penetration, that's not good. There we go. Nice. Grab that weapon. Where to now? Where have we been and where have we not been? That Song of Delirium. Okay. Wait. Yeah, all of that. Wine, moss, mushrooms, ale, all of that. None of those sound like a good combination. Like, really at all. I don't know about that. So, wait a minute. Did I miss a route? Or does this just connect? Alright, I'm gonna go see if this just connects, because it looks like it might.
Nothing like these dwarves is mentioned anywhere in the memory. If I had been prepared, Wren might still be alive.
With those weapons and armor, few would have had a chance.
We need to stop the earthquakes before we lose anyone else. Wren will not die in vain.
Underground C. Another cog. That's good. We might actually have enough cogs now. Close to it. No, that's just deep mushrooms. Speaking of mushrooms. Keep in mind, it's mushrooms, it's very specifically, like, deep mushrooms are very specifically mushrooms that grow out of corpses. Like, don't forget that. That's important to remember in terms of, that they make wine out of, or ale. I think it's mushroom ale. The moss is what you make wine out of, apparently. Which, like, no? I mean, to be fair to the dwarves, I'm gonna save real quick. We make whiskey, at least in large part, out of peat, which is moss. So, you know, fine. Not done. Not done. There we go. Now we're done. An ocean. The water shimmers, a subtle but eerie blue. Reminiscent of Delirium. Swimming in it would not be wise. No kidding. That's incredible. I mean, this game has some really, really nice visuals. This DLC is some of the best. Oh, crap. My bad. But yeah, this DLC has some of the best visuals in this game, which already has some absolutely spectacular visuals throughout. That's very, very nice. Don't fall, guys. Come on. I already did that. Incredible. Rolling underground sea. Like, another question. Where are the waves coming from? In a proper ocean, most waves are driven by wind. Is this seismic? I mean, I could buy it. I could actually buy these being seismic waves. Ow, really? Come on. Oh, movement of the Titans? That makes sense. You're inside the Titan's body, the fluid in his body in places. That is true, especially if the Titan itself is moving. That makes a lot of sense. I hadn't thought of the Titan being moving. Oh, jeez. Okay. Alright, I have enough Earthshakers. Let me just blow this up. I'm pretty sure the only way to get through this is to just blow them up. everyone else holds the line. Hold the line, everyone. Hold the line. I'm almost done. Right, one more over there. Thanks for the end, but that's not a great place for the wall fire. Okay. There's more potions there. I'm really glad someone's just leaving a bunch of potions around. That's nice. Yeah, that actually would make a lot more sense as well if the Titan is itself actually moving. That would also make sense of that one thing at the end. The end of this DLC. I'll mention it when we get there. Remind me, before we finish this DLC. I don't know if we'll actually get there tonight. We're halfway through stream time. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if we get there. An hour and a half. Follow Volta into the unknown. Sure, let's grab it. Yeah, let's go. But yeah, that's an interesting thought. I mean, yeah, why would they not move?
The attacks are getting worse.
We must be getting close to whatever they're protecting.
Only the pure may pass. All others will be punished. Assuming the Shabbatal are the pure,
we're the others who aren't allowed to pass.
Exclusively?
Could the earthquakes be the punishment?
I wonder what makes the warriors pure.
You spend long enough this far down, reason might not be your strong suit.
They do wear sealed armor to protect themselves
Kinda
from
rude.
impurities.
Yes.
You found Paragon Garal's book near a damaged Delirium mine, and the new earthquakes destroyed your mine.
But why would they want to destroy the Delirium mines?
Titans, the Shabbatal. This could be more than anything we expected.
For all the Shaperit's knowledge, I know so little. This reads like a final warning. We must be nearing the source.
It is a little odd that this doesn't really go anywhere. I mean, it was a DLC, so it couldn't exactly... It's basically impossible for it to go somewhere. At least in the base game, it's impossible. What's this? Gate. We can do that. Let's do that right now. There's 2 more gates that we need to get to. Do we have enough cogs for both? Let's try it. Let's see. This is where we started tonight, an hour and a half ago. Jeez. Gotta say, this is one heck of a dungeon crawl with a lot of legitimately tough combat. Oh, how did I miss that? Okay. Alright, let's do this one. Times like these, but I'm really glad I have those AoE daggers.
One less to worry about.
Ooh. Also times like these when I kind of miss being a mage. Some fire magic. But I handled that situation mightily. Alright. Eh. Funny. Eh. Else? No. Cool. Alright, we have enough gates. Or we have enough gears for the 4th gate. So... that's easy enough to get back to. Think. Official gates of Sigramar. Yeah. Yeah, let's go back. Go. Then we will quick travel to the upper thingy for a couple of WarTable things, and then back down. Because this is its own like DLC quest area, I really do like to do all of it at once. Oh. That was weird. Please stand by while I relaunch. The game crashed. That's troubling. Sorry about that. Hold on. Once again, please stand by. I'm going to have to be tabbed out of it so the sound does not go through, because for some reason, I've probably... Have I ranted about this on this stream before, on the Dragon Age stream, or not? I actually don't know. Someone, not the actual creators, no one associated with Dragon Age or with BioWare or anything like this, or with the original composers or anything, someone completely unrelated, I think out of somewhere outside the US, I forget where, I think somewhere in Europe, copyrighted all or part of the main title theme for Dragon Age Inquisition and a couple of other tracks that aren't in the official soundtrack. And by copyrighted, I don't actually mean they like legally copyrighted it, because that's wildly illegal, because so of course they didn't. What I mean by this is that they submitted it to YouTube's copyright ID system somehow. Okay, I just autosaved, so we're okay. Right? Yes. Okay, cool. So they submitted a couple of these tracks somehow, or they were submitted somehow to YouTube's copyright ID system, or content ID system, whatever you call it. Which means that it automatically flags anything that includes several of these tracks, most notably the main theme. It automatically flags it for copyright. Which is, of course, ridiculous. And I've never lost one of these appeals. YouTube automatically, like, immediately overturns it. It's just that it immediately overturns it after whatever bastard holds this copyright, holds it, and just kind of sits on it for 30 days. Which is the maximum time permitted. Because of course they do. Or do not. There's no reason to. YouTube provides no incentive whatsoever to actually get this done quickly. It just means because I'm not monetized. I don't have my channel monetized, and even if I did, I might monetize the streams, or I might put ad revenue on the streams, or I might put ads on the streams after they're re-uploaded or something like that, or after they're done. Because I don't want to interrupt my streams with ads. That would be hellish. But other than that, right? I'm not monetized even if I got to that point. But it does hurt my channel to the degree of it makes it more difficult for me to get monetized. Because the views I get on otherwise copyrighted streams, or streams that get hit for copyright, they don't count towards my view total for determining monetization. And worse than that, I know this affects a lot of other creators a lot more than me, because a lot of other creators are monetized, and they are having their ad revenue stolen from them by someone committing fraud. This was also a problem, I will say, when I was streaming Far Cry 5. A lot of the songs from Far Cry 5 were also just copyrighted or put into the system by unrelated third parties. Some of those, I even lost the initial appeal on some of those, which is surprising. Usually those just done easy. But whoever's involved in that is very committed to getting to placing ads on my old archive streams for some ridiculous reason. Hello, Mr. Zombie. Goodbye, Mr. Zombie. Okay, let's go here. Nice. Yeah, it's annoying. Really annoying. Alright, let's sell. Whoa! Unkill. Target explodes. Holy crap, yeah, I'm keeping that. Get rid of that. Sell those. Oops. Excuse me. I actually need the... I need to take the mods out of these. The modifications out of these. I don't need this. I shouldn't have sold that. Oh well, too late. Okay. Vestments of the Pure. 10% chance to cast Fade Cloak. That's light armor, so mage armor. Cool. Stalker coat, medium armor. How's that? Mine's currently better. Right. Sell. Kumari. Ooh. Magic. Magic and willpower. Give that to... I'll give that to, Dorian when I can. Author's armor. Or Varric? Oh, Dwarf Warrior Omer only. I don't actually need that even slightly. I don't have any Dwarf Warrior and I never will, so sell it. Warrior Helmet, Gurgit Guitar. Oh my god. Alright, cool. Taken care of. The Uncharted Abyss. Very cool. Forgotten Caravans Bridge. Inquisition scouts have identified a location in the Forgotten Caverns where a construction team can build a bridge to replace the one previously destroyed, granting access to the other side of the chasm. Yeah, let's have a squad of scouts keep a lookout for whatever's on the other side. Probably the smart thing. A construction team has completed a bridge in the Forgotten Caverns to replace the destroyed one, allowing Inquisition forces to explore the other side of the chasm. Very nice. Bastion of the Pure Crital hunting. Warriors. The Inquisition has identified several Kratel dens in the caves near the entrance of the Bastion of the Pure. An experienced group of hunters could return with a stockpile of hides for sale and cull the Kratel population in the process. This one actually has time. It takes actual time. I don't like that. Patrolling the Bastion of the Pure. This one too. Scouts report an increase in Shoppertal activity in the region. If allowed to continue unchecked, they could present a threat to the Inquisition's interests. Armed patrols could be sent out to keep them from taking over the area completely. I will do that, but only once I've done all of these first. The Inquisition has identified a location near the entrance of the Bastion of the Pure where a construction team could build a bridge. Scouts will approach the bridge construction. Okay, yeah, let's do it. See, also, I didn't actually think we were quite inside the Titan yet. I thought that was only beneath the Bastion of the Pure once we're the other place, the place with the place. I thought that would be inside the Titan. Complete the bridge. Okay, cool. Access to an unexplored cave. A team building exercise for new squads. Yeah, put the newbies at it. That's fun. Pulling away rubble. Finish clearing the tunnel. Sweet. One more. Location near the Buried Sea in the Bastion of the Pure that's ripe for exploration. A construction team could build a bridge that grants access to a rocky spire standing out of the water. Yes. Send some military engineers. Awesome. Alright. Now we'll do this one. 39 minutes. Can I travel here? No, I can't. Well, alright. Come on. Let's level up. Wall real quick. Want this one. Or do I want this one? Ooh, never mind. That's just great. Let's go here. Bastion of the Pure. Because then we also need to go back up. Because there's one of those expeditions that's up a level. Let's go back up to there first. At least I think. To the Forgotten Caverns. Yeah, right there. Right there, too. Oh, there's that bridge. I recognize wildly different architecture when I see it. Yeah, look at that. That looks, honestly, well built. Albeit, again, it looks rickety, but I do know that that is a decently well-built structure. Eileen says when you're talking about something the size of Mount Everest moving, even if only breathing, I don't think it matters if you're inside or outside. Oh, that is actually a good point. Yeah, even if we're just adjacent to it. If it is something like the size of a mountain underground moving, it's gonna be moving a lot. Hold on. I have a feeling. I just have a feeling that game audio is too loud. Oh, nope, not that. Turn down sound effects. Let's do that. That feels much better. Ow. Okay, here we go. Didn't block quick enough. Okay. I'll just take it. Why not? Wait, how do I get through here? Can I? Or can't I? No. Guess I can't. That's it. The wall. Take these, I guess. Selling, I suppose. Yeah, one mine at a time. Quick travel to there. It's not that far, but gives a little time. Let's go. All right. Song of Delirium. So nice. That is the closest dwarves get to see to a starfield without losing their caste. Man, that's nice. Very cool. I definitely shouldn't be stepping on this. There's no way I should be stepping on this. I mean, I guess if I'm wearing boots, it'd be fine. Just don't touch it with your, like, bare skin. I don't know. It just seems like pulsing veins of raw lyrium are not the kind of thing that a non-magical human should be touching. You know? It's just veins of magic juice. I don't know, I don't remember when the last time I talked about this was, but when I ran a tabletop RPG set in Mass Effect, variation on the Mutants and Mastermind system, that I basically designed with Mass Effect in mind, or redesigned with Mass Effect in mind, one of the little side quests that our crew got caught on was an accidental crash landing on Thedos, or the planet that houses Thedos, technically. And basically, I just kind of merged them with the native species, the various native sentient or sapient species, having a kind of subconscious connection through what they refer to as the Fade. They describe it mystically because it's a primitive society, but basically they have a kind of neural link that is similar to the Arachni with their quantum entanglement communication kind of thing. And they also are bluish because they like the Asari are innately infused with lyrium or element 0. Same thing. Both glowy blue substances that create magic. And some of them they refer to as mages drink the stuff, basically drink suspended element 0, which they refer to as lyrium. And so Erica's character, he was playing a scientist, a very rationally minded fella, saw that these people were just drinking raw element 0 and not exploding, and was just terrified of the entire existence of this place. Rightfully so, I think. Anyway. The Scaled Ones had set up camp at an intersection in the deep roads. In the center was a golden altar fashioned in the shape of fire. A chill swept through me. On the tip of each flame hung the corpses of those we'd lost, including Father and Drogue. They'd been drained of blood, leaving only bone wrapped in thin gray skin. Our robed Scaled One stood before the altar. Its voice was different from the others, softer, almost feminine. It chanted and raised a basin of blood towards the altar. The other Scaled Ones bowed low. The robed Scaled One produced fire from its palm and mouth, ignited the blood. Othon grabbed my forearm and motioned for us to climb down. We returned to the rest of the company, where we relayed what we had witnessed. We would rest for an hour, regain our strength, and strike. The memory of my father's sagging, emptied face kept me awake. The hour passed slowly, but it did pass. Othon led us down the path to the overlook. I readied my axe for blood, and steeled myself for the sight of the altar, but it wasn't there. The camp, Father, and Drogue, the Scaled Ones, all gone. Only the basin remained, charred, around the edge. Interesting. Eileen says, because Meredith turned out so normal when she messed with red lyrium. Lol. Yeah, I mean, okay, red lyrium has its uniquely disturbing properties, but even messing with regular old normal blue lyrium is unbelievably dangerous. You can go mad, or you can just literally die instantly. Even dwarves who mess with the stuff, especially if they get it in their bloodstream, usually go crazy. Dwarves are incredibly resilient to the effects of Delirium. What with there being basically resistant to magic, right? But still, they're still affected by it, especially if they, like I said, especially if they get it in their bloodstream or anything like that. It's very dangerous stuff, and that's why only dwarves and tranquil can work with the stuff and make it into runes and enchant things. Because otherwise, if anybody else touches it, especially a mage, you just go nuts. You either go insane instantly or just die. Which, I mean, is very similar to what we hear about Raw Element Zero in Mass Effect. It's like, don't touch this stuff. You will die of radiation poisoning almost immediately. It's like it's a radioactive heavy metal, both of which are very bad for the human body. Erica, quoting Ben, "This planet is unnatural and these people are freaks. We need to put a bullet out. We need to put a bulletin out for people to never come here." I honestly read that as bullet because, you know, that's another alternative. Although, to be perfectly fair, if we're talking about bullets, this would Ben, your techie character, had not yet reached his wielding a Black Widow sniper rifle at all times phase. He hadn't gotten to that point yet. We hadn't gotten to the point of where he would put down all of the native people of this planet for their own protection. Maybe I'm exaggerating him a little bit. A little bit. Okay, what's over here? I don't think we need these torches, honestly, with all of the glowing lyrium. Okay. Kingfisher's staff. There's no other, there's not another book here. I want to know what happened. I want to know if they found the scaled ones, or their weird ritual altar or anything. Or wait, was that the last one? It might have been the last one. Jeez. Hope not. Hope there's more to it than that. Either way, let me, quick like. Save here. We're going onward. Deeper and deeper. Into the clear blue sky. Whoa.
Did the Shabratal build all this?
Or was it here before them?
Now we're inside the Titan. Listen to that. Ooh. The deep, slow, thrumming heartbeat. Deep, slow, thrumming heartbeat. It's somehow both reassuring and unsettling, that sort of thing. Incredible.
Nothing should surprise me anymore. But this... Wait, the rhythm we followed. We've found the source,
Heart.
but not the Titan.
Are you sure about that?
Ever since we came down here, the deep roads have felt different, organic. We've been looking for the Titan the wrong way. It isn't like us.
It's huge, big enough to change the world around it.
We can't see the Titan because we're inside it.
The zoom in on the face would have worked much better if they put more effort into the facial expression, but I get what you're going for.
If I don't survive, Orzammar must know the truth.
I won't fall while Corypheus is still a threat.
They're doing very insectoid clicking. Which is very strange. These guys are tough. Honestly, both of the DLC quests, well, the sort of inter-story DLC quests, both of them are great, and also both of them are very difficult, especially from a combat perspective. Yeah. Where should I put this? Like, I kind of need to keep barrier. Kind of want to keep... What do I have here? What are these skills? What do these do? Yeah, no, Spirit Blade I need. Yeah. Healing. Ooh, Healing Glyph. Surround yourself with the magic of the veil itself. Briefly invulnerable. Never uses that. Yeah, I'm gonna put Dispel there. Because Dispel is more useful. No, wait, not that one. Nah. I'm gonna put Slow back there. Ooh. Alright, I'll get that next level. Alright, let's go.
Those structures. Could there be a whole civilization in here?
A city within a Titan. Incredible.
And the quakes haven't damaged it. Don't make us fight you!
Come on. good use of that. I almost never use my companions' like focus abilities. Maybe I should more. Keep forgetting that they exist and what they do. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna look real quick. What does yours do? Fire so quickly as enemies will swear there are at least 2 of you putting arrows. It's not actually that great. I don't want to switch that out for something, but whatever. Blackwall, his is full guard, taunting all enemies nearby. Ooh, automatically counter any melee attack. That's really good. That's really good. Okay. When everyone's getting swarmed, that's black walls is the thing to do. I think I'm going to save Varix for the boss fight if we get there. Oh, good night, Colleen. Thanks for stopping by. See you next time. And absolutely, I'm loving this. Ow! Ooh, that's not good. Oh. All right. It's what, 11? All right. I don't know. We might actually have time for this boss fight. It is a very long, very difficult boss fight, like a multi-stage difficult boss fight. So we'll see. I don't know if I'm actually going to be able to finish it or not. I am going to save right before we get there, just in case.
To die? Perhaps they're the Titan's Legion of the Dead.
Don't say that.
Oh. Yeah, soft subjects. Sensitive subject. Grab one of those. Oh, I should get her a rock. I should use that rock armor potion when we're about to get into some fighting, or shouldn't I? I keep forgetting to use consumables. Oh well, it's fine. I'll do it now. Oh, jeez. All right, let's go.
I don't want to hurt you!
Ow, jeez. It's very bad. Barely see where this is going. I really hope that there is a resupply cache, because I'm out of my area healing potions, which are very useful. Ah, there it is. Oh, good. Oh, good. Oh, it doesn't give me those. It doesn't resupply those. Great. Okay, this is gonna be fun. Excuse me.
Look.
Ah, gosh.
These are the only memories in this area. That phrase is the path of purity. And there's a reference to Titan's blood. It says the Shabratal come here to drink it.
First of all, they're sealed in how? That's a genuine question. Not actually quite clear. It certainly means lyrium. Like, this is 100% referring to them drinking lyrium. Which I really just thought was a mage thing, but apparently Shabratal are freaking weird.
The Titan's blood must keep the Shabratal alive and powerful.
But where is it? Unless...
It's like it's a heart with veins.
Lyrium. The Titan's blood is lyrium.
Yeah. It comes in veins.
Every nation on the surface buys lyrium. Orzamar's entire economy is based on the trade.
This is bigger than any one nation.
We have to stop this!
Alright. Let's keep going. Okay, here we go. Boss fight. Oh, come on, Vivienne. Really? Jesus, ridiculous. Alright. Let's new save right here. Because this is that big, scary boss fight I was talking about. I have 50 minutes. I think I can. I think I can. Give this a shot, huh? I apologize in advance if I'm relatively quiet throughout this, because a lot of focus needs to go to... Oh, great! Oh, even better. A lot of focus needs to go into this, because I've also never done this as a rogue before, so it's going to be a lot of mobility, I'm sure. As a mage, it was a lot of standing as far away as possible from the thing and avoiding its AoE attacks, but rogue is going to be really different. Oh, gosh. Okay. Okay, Vivienne's down. That's very bad. I have no way of bringing her back up either. Oh, God. Ooh, that's bad. God. Oh god. Oh, okay, that's bad. Okay. Here we go. Okay, I need to be... Oh, wait a minute. I can pick people back up, can't I? Okay. I need to be able to do that. Ah, no! Come on. Okay. Okay. Invisible. Pick Vivienne up. Okay. And Vivienne is down. Ah! Oh god, this is so close. This is very bad. It's only at like half health. Oh no. No! Oh god. Okay, last potion. That did nothing, okay. Didn't think it would. Oh. Cullen is ready at the WarTable. That's nice. Evelyn needs to be up, just so I can output more damage. No more potions. Yeah, nothing. Ah! Come on, get up. Get up. Crap. Okay. Oh, okay. No, I'm screwed. I can't do that. Doesn't have focus up. Don't have focus up. No one has focus enough. Armor. Ah! Okay, nope. Crap! Okay. Okay, that was a 10-minute attempt, and we're working on it. We're working on it. I might need to do some micromanaging here. Ah, God. Alright. So... if I just start attacking nothing... No, that's not going to build guard. Okay. Okay. He has full focus. That's good. Blackwall is full focus. That's good. Vivienne has no focus. That's not good, but okay, fine. Can't restore any of my potions anywhere. Unless I fast travel? I can. You know what? It's worth it. But I can't fast travel. Why not? Oh boy. Can I? Now that I'm out of combat? Alright, let's try this. Restore some of these potions. Equip something, some different potions. What potions? Punish. No, regeneration? Oh, no, it's just... okay. In that case, let's go with Hawke armor, I guess. Now let's go mighty offense. Punish all. Andrew, we're not taking. So actually, we could. We could switch somebody out here. I'd like to keep Varric just for story reasons. No, I think we're okay. Doesn't need that. Not really. Healing Mist is more useful for her. Solus. Break. Should start using Antiban Fire more. The offense. Healing Mist. Healing Potion. Okay. Do this while we're here, I suppose. Soccer Blade, Influence, okay. Care of. But we can do it again. It's repeatable, I think. Oh, what's this one? Ore Harvesting, sure, let's do it. 39 minutes. That is the rest of the night. And we travel to... travel there. Which is basically... Alright, let's go. If I can't do it this time, if this time I die horribly again, I think I will switch Varric out. Maybe for Cassandra. Yeah, maybe for Cassandra. I could use another tank. Maybe another mage. I don't actually need two rogues in this. Two rogues for this. I don't think. Alright, let's go. I really hope I'm not going to have to fight all the way through again. Oh, no, it doesn't look like it. Ah, perfect. Okay, good. Much better. It does mean that I won't have guard built up. That's a problem. But it's better to have full potions. And without all the enemies and without the music is eerie. Still absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. Look, these are like homes. These are buildings with doors and windows. There are birds? And it's not the sun, but beautiful iridescent light over clouds. One of the most incredibly creative locations in this game. This whole DLC is, really. Okay. It's the Wall of Memories. Down. And here we are. Save once more. Let's resave this, shall we? Here we go again. Do it. You know, I could really use Briala here. Too bad. This is going to become one of those torturously unskippable cutscenes, isn't it? Oh boy. Really? Okay, we're doing much better this time. Jeez. Okay, okay. Where is... Who's dead? Ah, crap. That's not good. Need to find where it took out the barrack. There. Okay. Where's Varric? He's right there, isn't he? Ah, crap. The end's coming up. think I've got this. Vivian is about down, but not quite. Oh, that barrier was clutch. She's down. Okay. Can we do it? Oh. Okay, only took 2 tries. Not bad. Not bad at all. I mean, fairly low difficulty, but still, not bad at all.
Volta, are you hurt?
Too loud. The song. Stop!
That breaks every law of magic anyone has ever known. Well, that's kind of cool.
I am. It's all right.
Heck.
You cast some kind of spell. That shouldn't be possible.
It wasn't a spell. It was an accident. Everything will be fine.
It looked like you were hit by raw lyrium during the battle.
Yes, it should have poisoned me, but I feel fine. Good, even.
You almost killed me. What happens the next time you lash out?
I am in control. I would never harm you, Inquisitor.
That sounds a little bit unsettling. Hopefully she's right.
You said the song was too loud. It was hurting you.
It was chaos. The rhythm I followed here, but magnified, overwhelming. But it is gone.
Concentrate, Volta. We're still in danger.
The stone is silent. The rhythm has faded. And
What
so
hasn't?
have the tremors. But the song still echoes. It tells me things. The breach. That's what disturbed the Titan. It is calm now that it has a connection with one of its children. With me.
Its children. So you are confirming that the Titans are the stone.
You said you were a child of the stone, not a child of the Titans.
I am not certain what I am. But the Titan recognized me. Like a parent hearing its child's voice.
Was that the Titan? Did we kill it?
The Titan lives. This was an echo. A guardian. But you silenced it.
Not a good thing? Like, is it like totally fine with us now that we've killed its guardian, or I guess silenced its guardian? It's kind of strange. And now Volta is kind of speaking for the Titan and doesn't seem to be angry with us, so that's also odd.
Is this what happened at the Tig where you found Paragon Garal's book?
Aye, but I do not know what disturbed the Titan then. The song may tell me. In time.
So... that may have been, if I'm not horribly mistaking my lore, that may have been the last time someone breached the Fade, when the Tevinter Magisters, Corypheus among them, went into the Golden City, or the Black City, as it became. So that also might have been what disturbed the Titan. A Titan. Assuming there's more than one. Or it could have been something else. It could have been the changing of the world and the formation of the veil, but that seems odd as well. that would disturb a Titan rather than giving it shape or something like that.
Is it safe for Orzamar's Delirium mines to start operating again?
Very important
Mining
question.
didn't disturb the Titan. The breach did. The mine's destruction was incidental.
It wasn't targeted. It was just the fact that there was
Isama.
lyrium there.
It's our word for lyrium, and we are taught that it is a gift from the stone. But there's so much more to it than we ever imagined. I was sent to the deep roads to recover lost history. This is only the beginning. I am staying here.
How? Well, first of all, how will you survive? But then are you going to be relaying information back in any way? Because that seems important to a Shaper.
If you stay here, where will you live? What will you eat?
I have my stone sense, and now so much more. I'll be safe.
Gonna be eating or drinking delirium?
The Shabratol killed Lieutenant Wren, and they're still down here. Aren't you afraid?
No. I am pure. I can defend myself.
Getting culty.
The Titan is only the beginning. What else could there be?
The deep roads are filled with wonders. Answers to questions we haven't thought to ask.
You think you understand what's happened to you, but you could be wrong. Delirium could be turning you into a Shabratol. Or worse.
The Shabratol turned themselves into monsters. I have changed because the Titan willed it. The mine's collapse, Wren's death. It all happened to bring me here.
Nothing good ever happens in the deep roads. This won't be any different.
Who could she harm down here besides herself?
I am called to the search, Inquisitor. This is where I belong.
I'm leaving with more questions than answers. But that doesn't mean you have to. Just be careful. The Shaperate in Orzammar will want to know what happened to you.
Tell them the truth. You don't know.
Let's go.
See, I would like to give them a very detailed explanation of absolutely everything that happened down here, because it's very important that we all have records of all of this. And I would think that Shiala would think likewise. Not being all mysterious.
She always comes back. Pay up, Soroka.
Alright, everyone's hurt terribly. But we're good. Doing alright. Okay. Let's see. Heard of the Abyss? A cry in the dark. Inquisition scouts supporting Legion the dead forces at the ruins of Hadron Tide report no contact with or sightings of Shaper Volta. However, a strange cry recently emanated from the Titan caverns, loud enough to be heard in the mining lift's campsite above. The cry's source remains unclear, but the voice was described as not belonging to either beast or darkspawn. Shaper Volta may be attempting to re-establish contact with her people, and may require assistance. Given the inherent dangers in getting in and out of that location, a small reconnaissance team. I agree. A search of the Titan caverns all the way to Shaper Volta's last known location turned up nothing but a few small groups of Shabratol, who were quickly dispatched. Volta seems to have disappeared deeper inside the Titan, but she was not the only one who has vanished. The grave site of Lieutenant Wren was recently disturbed, and his remains are missing. Not known who took his body or why. There have been no more cries from the Titan caverns. Inquisition scouts report one final discovery. The tunnel to the wellspring no longer exists. Attempts to delve into the blank rock face result only in broken tools, and little trace on the stone itself. Somewhat nervously, but emphatically, The engineers recommend leaving it be. In other words, as I understand it, the Titan left. Nothing here to do. I'm actually going to keep Mighty Offense. That's actually, you know what? No, I'm going to go back to Fusion Potion. Infusion Bomb. Grenade. That's it. Da-da-da-da-dum, dum-dum. That'll work. All right. Now, do we have anything else here? Or is that it? I think that's it. I think we're done here. Right? Let me make sure. Deep Roads. Sacrificial Gate of Sigramar. I did all of them. Going. I got all of them, didn't I? Thought I did. Hedron Tig. Yeah. Why is it still showing in my tracker? I got them all. Huh. Okay. Fine. Okay, in that case, Cradle of Sylvan. We have back at anything at Skyhold? All right. In any case, let's go back to Skyhold. World map. I'm gonna go to world map. Yes, there it is. Let's head back to Skyhold. Let's wrap some things up. Let's talk to some people, and then we'll wrap for the night. And we'll actually have finished this DLC quest in two streams, which is less than I expected. I honestly expected this to take at least the start of next week, mostly due to that boss fight. But we got to it relatively early, and we managed to finish it in like a half an hour, which isn't too bad. Not too bad. I remember the first time I did that, it took much longer than that. So, all right. So let's first check our WarTable. Nice to be out of armor. Let's see what Varric has to say about this while we're here.
There you are.
But this or
I've been
anything
looking all
else.
over for you. You're
Oh,
just
hi.
in time. We almost had to start without you.
Oh. Are we doing this? Oh god, I hope we're doing this. Alright, go ahead.
What exactly were you starting without me now?
Cheers. Oh, goody.
I found her, Ruffles. Deal her in.
I do hope I recall the rules. It's been ages since I've played a game of Wicked Grace.
Grab a seat. We're ready to start.
Are we playing cards or what?
Are 3 drakes better than a pair of swords? Ugh, I can never remember.
Seeker, remember how I said, don't show anyone your hand? That rule includes announcing it to the table.
There's a crown on his head, but a sword too. His head didn't want either.
Don't talk to the face cards, kid.
You seem to have enough people. I have 1,000 things to do. Losing money can be both relaxing and habit-forming. Give it a try.
Curly, if any man in history ever needed a hobby, it's you.
Hurley.
Dealer starts. Oh, I believe I'll start at... Oh, 3 coppers. Do you think that's too daring? Maybe I'll make it 1. No. Boldness. 3 it is.
Seriously, who starts at 3 coppers? Silver or go home?
Sounds good. I'm in.
Bolder the better, right? I'm in.
Me too. Well, are you in?
Absolutely.
I'm in, and raising another silver.
You haven't even looked at your cards.
Our illustrious leader is betting we're bluffing.
You are bluffing.
Gotta love this. I love the little moments of like this. This is my favorite part of most Dragon Age
The
games.
poor recruit ran out into the dining hall in nothing but his knickers. And this profound silence fell over the hall as 70 mages and 30 Templars all turned to stare at once. Then, a slow round of applause began and spread until every soul was on their feet. A standing ovation.
What did he do?
Saluted, turned on his heel, and marched out like he was in full armor.
He did not.
Good man.
You're shitting us.
That's how you know it's true. I could never put that in a book. Too unlikely.
Okay, it's the Inquisitor story time. Let's go.
I've got one for you. Firstly, my aunt is known across the Free Marches for her love of Antivan opera. So, of course, when a performance of The Murder of Queen Madrigal opened, she made us all attend.
Where is this going? Oh, gosh.
My aunt refused to speak to me for 3 months.
Not bad. You don't mind if I steal that one, do you?
Well done. You ought to tell stories more often.
I like the part with the rabbit. There should be more rabbits in the stories.
That was scandalous. It would ruin the Inquisition if anyone found out. Tell it again. And the dealer takes everything. I win again.
Deal again. I figured out your tells, Lady Ambassador.
Have you
Commander,
really?
everyone knows a lady has no tells.
Then let's see if your good fortune lasts one more hand.
I want another chance to win my dignity back. Deal me in.
I have like 900,000 gold. I can afford it. Oh, gosh. Oh, here we go.
Don't say a word, dwarf.
I tried to warn you, Curly.
Never bet against an Antivan, Commander.
I'm leaving. I don't want to witness our commander's walk of shame back to the barracks.
Well, I do.
It comes off. I didn't know it came off.
Oh my god. So cool. Nothing we haven't seen before, right?
It's too easy to mistake you for the Inquisitor.
Oh gosh.
I enjoyed this.
See? That's what I mean. It's easy to forget you're not just an icon or symbol. Like those statues of Andraste holding bowls of fire. At least it is for me. You up for another game when this is all over, Inquisitor?
I wouldn't miss it.
Good. It'll take me a while to talk Cullen into it. Maybe I'll work the revenge angle.
Who's that? Did I win?
She's been under there the whole time. I don't remember her at the table at any point until the end there. Oh man, it was fantastic. Like I said, it's those little team building moments that make the best BioWare moments. Best BioWare game moments. You know, it's like the entire Citadel DLC in Mass Effect 3. All of those nice little jovial, flippant, little nothing real important going on, but nice little character moment. Even the like, so Mass Effect Andromeda had the movie night, which was trying very hard to replicate this, and I think it does a good job, especially considering that it was one game. It was only one game, and it was trying to get one of these moments out of it, and was trying to wring one out. It was really, really difficult to do. It was really difficult to get an entire squad that familiar with each other and with you, the player, to make a moment like that work. And I think they did a really good job with it, honestly. Better than they had any right to, honestly, really. I think that... So, a little moment, an aside about Mass Effect Andromeda. I actually really like it. I want to get back to it at some point and play it again, or play it on stream with you guys. because I actually really liked the game. It holds up on its own quite well, especially in its completed state now after it's gotten some updates and patches and things, obviously. But also, too often I think people were way too ready to compare it to the original Mass Effect trilogy as a whole, but it was clearly starting its own thing. It was very clearly starting its own thing. So a better comparison, I think, would have been compare it to Mass Effect 1, opening up new possibilities and places to go forward from there. That I think that it did a very good job at that. It really did, and I think it encapsulated a lot of what they were trying to do with Mass Effect 1. It recaptured the exploratory spirit, the explorer's spirit that Mass Effect 1 was trying to capture. That some of those really deep original sci-fi elements. Now, you cannot possibly beat the Reapers as an antagonist, and the Ket fall horribly short. That's probably the biggest weakness at this point. Now, like I said, in its completed state, that and the unfinishedness, because they were relying on DLCs that never came out, those two are the biggest weaknesses of Mass Effect Andromeda. Because it didn't have the Quarian Arc DLC, it didn't have the Benefactor DLC that were obviously supposed to show up. Also, the Ryder family DLC, that was probably going to be tied in with the Benefactor, honestly. But it was obviously intended to have at least 2 major story DLCs that never happened. So without those, it's incomplete. The story's really incomplete. Which is really sad. It's really disappointing. Because there was real potential there. And the Ket were a more conventional antagonist, but also a more conventional science fiction antagonist than the Reapers. The Reapers are an eldritch abomination. The Ket are a disease, basically. They're almost like a biological Borg, which was, I think, a great direction to go with it. Although I don't think it landed well, and it definitely can't match up to the Reapers. You cannot top the Reapers as an antagonist. Anyway, let's see if Varric has any more to say after our nice card game. What's all this? No? Maybe?
Can I ask you something, Varric?
You want to talk about me? I'm flattered. Also inclined toward extravagant lies.
Oh, well, never mind again.
Thanks, Varric.
No problem.
That was awkward. All right, let's run over to the WarTable, see if there's anything to do there before we wrap for the night, and then we'll wrap up there. I'll probably do some crafting and whatnot off stream. See what happens. And then next week, I think we'll pick back up doing some more side quests and things. Do a bunch more side quests, and then I think the following week we might do our dragon hunting stream, where we fight every dragon there is to fight in all of Orlais. Nothing new, it doesn't look like. Crestwood. Deeper out. Oh, doesn't look like there's anything new, I don't think. What Pride Had Wrought is our next main story quest. So we have more dragons to uncover in a few different places. Inquisitor. There's like 3 high dragons in Inquisitor. There's one in Crestwood. There's one in the... Is there one? Yeah, there's one on the Western Approach. There might be one in the Hissing Wastes, but I forget. Oh, there's one on the Storm Coast. At least one on the Storm Coast. There might be 2. Anyway, that's it. That's all we got. So we have time for, and we have reached a perfectly satisfactory stopping point. So, you all for joining me. I hope you guys had fun with that. I did. That was a good quest. That's a really difficult combat, but I had a good time. I'm really enjoying. I'm glad I'm doing the rogue thing. That's very different from running through the same stuff as a mage. So anyway, otherwise I will. Like I said, I'll see you guys on Monday for more Knights of the Old Republic. We're going to continue right where we left off on Manon, doing some more legal trial stuff. And then we'll be back right here to do some more side quests, and then probably in 2 weeks we'll do a dragon hunting stream. kill as many dragons as we can possibly find. So that's what's coming up, and I hope to see all of you then. So, once again, thank you for joining me. Hope you all have a wonderful evening. Good night.